Hey Taurus, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe. I'm just getting started, so all of your support is very, very helpful and super appreciated. I didn't really prepare well for this. Okay, let's get started. So we have Thanatos, the vessel, the healer, the maiden, and agape. I mean, obviously, the vessel is this idea of like build it or break it. Thanatos is death. Like it's the idea of like holding on to bad situations. And I want to say the idea here is healing. I'm not sure whether this is healing itself or healing of the situation that you're dealing with another person. Because I feel like the idea here is that whatever this cult question of do I build it or do I break it is associated with, like holding on to something that like really just does not serve you at all. And then the healer is self-explanatory. The maiden and agape, and the agape is the idea of like self-illumination. The maiden is the idea of like youthful curiosity, and like you want to know what's going on. You want to know, like all of the things, that you can uncover, that you can, like entertain. Like there's a very like the maiden is an energy that's like it's juicy. Like if I had to pick a word, I would pick juicy. It's like it's juicy with curiosity. um, okay, Taurus, let's get more clarifiers and see what else we can get here for y'all. Ace of Wands, new opportunity, new community. For some of you, it could be a new job. Let's see what else we get here. The Fool. Yeah, I mean, I kind of get the feeling that you are not going to concern yourself with what has ended, um, because I kind of get the feeling that you're like no, and this has been in your reads for a while. This idea of like not being left behind, not like I am not the people who are around me. Like I am not defined by them. I just kind of this. So I kind of get the feeling that you're like letting like that community go, and moving into a new community entirely, that's going to offer you the opportunity to bring a lot of healing to yourself, and explore, I want to say more freely, the entirety of who you are as a person. Because if you are limiting yourself as a person because you had surrounded yourself with people who needed you to be small in order for them to be comfortable, then it's like opening a candy store for a kid who's never had candy. I mean, it's like this idea of like now I can get to try all of these things and I can be all of these things and I can do all of these things. And I feel like there's an element of like just stepping into yourself and like and just like wanting to taste like the experience of it. I love that, Taurus. Okay. Sorry, this shirt is like okay. Taurus. The world, the sun, the Ten of Cups, the Fairy Stallion, and the High Priestess. Damn, they're like all major arcanas except for one. So I kind of get the feeling that you really are like it's the end of a cycle. You are moving forward with this, like intuitive spirit of like uncovering who you are and really just like relishing in the experience of it all. And like in a major way. I mean, Ten of Cups is just like a emotional fulfillment. I feel like whatever this like next thing is that you're doing, Taurus, you are stoked like AF, and and also, like just stepping into like the power of who you are as an individual in a really big way. I love it. Okay, sorry. What else can we get for you? Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Swords. Well, I mean, yeah, because again, it's just this idea of like you do the Three of Swords is betrayal. Like sometimes third party situation, but it's so much more than that. Like it's just a sense of betrayal. It's just this is idea of like I don't know like how any of these people have been able to feel okay, like sleep at night with their behavior, like with the way they've treated me. It's kind of like what I want to say. Like there's a very high level of angsty betrayal that I feel like you're stepping out of that. Like it's like things have turned in your favor, and I want to say that there's an illumination that you're experiencing about how it is that all of this betrayal came to pass. That I think is freeing you in a real way. I love that. Okay, Taurus, what else can we get for y'all? The Six of Wands, Magician, the Knight of Wands, and the Magician and the Six of Wands. I feel like the idea here is like there's a message that's being brought to you that really just kind of like sweeps you up and sends you in a direction that feels a bit like, like, did I manifest this? Like, did I do that? Like Steve Urkel, but like in a good way. Um, I feel like Taurus, I probably dated myself, didn't I? I'm 40, whatever. But it's just this idea of a really, I want to say like this massive shift that just changes everything for you. I know that sounds like super unrealistic, and yet like I feel like that I like what I want to say is like the truth will set you free. And I feel like there is a truth that has set you free, and it set you free on like so many levels, of just like like the illumination that has been created around you has opened your eyes to like I want to say to like all of the reasons that like people could sleep with themselves at night. And I think for some people it exposed the nasty. I think for other people it exposed like their good. And I think maybe that's where this idea of like build it or break it, because I think that there is an idea here towards of like you going back and like seeing what's worth fixing and what's worth leaving behind. Um, but nothing is stopping you from moving forward. Like in a real way that is healing to you. I think just like I feel like your soul feels like it just lost 5 lifetimes of karma. like that's what that feels like. Big transition. Okay, what else can we get for Taurus? Four, Four of Swords, Ten of Swords, Knight of Wands, Temperance, and Six of Wands. So again, it's this idea of like with this clarity, you have cleared out any confusion that was preventing you from having from maintaining a sense of balance, from calling on the power of your magic instead of, relying on other people, who didn't who you relied on people who you couldn't help but think like how do you sleep at night? How do you give so few fucks about me? And gaining an understanding that brings healing to parts of your life that I think you thought couldn't be touched. Like there was no healing to be found there. And the Knight of Wands is, a quick movement again. It's just a quick action, coming in with a message And I feel like the message here is that like balance has been restored. Magic is being called on. This is a card of magic. You've got the magician. I feel like there's a level of like now that you have an understanding of like what was broken, like what needs to break and what needs to be fixed, and it's a sincere understanding. Like it's not like one that feels just like confused and you don't know who like there's like I feel like there's like clarity that comes with a freedom that inspires like the you to to new heights. I want to say to like I can do whatever I want to do. I'm freed from your limitations. However that plays out for you. Okay, the Fool again. I love that. Okay, sorry, a card fell. Okay, the Fool. That's so funny. The Knight of Swords. You have the Knight of Swords, like messages. I feel like there's just like messages. There's something. I feel like there's a message. I don't know, Taurus, if you are the one relaying the message, or if somebody else is relaying a message to you, or if maybe you don't get this insight and clarity, and then feel immediately thereafter inspired to like move towards what it is that you want, and that is a new beginning of freedom. I want to say of like liberation from turmoil, from the turmoil of emotional abuse and lack. It's like your luck has changed, and there's a new beginning on your horizon. And I don't know if you're taking a message to someone or someone's bringing a message to you, but however it plays out for you, Taurus, there's clarity and confusion that allows you to break away with things that are not meant for you, to bring healing to things that are meant for you, and to move in a direction that allows you to be sincerely who you are, and to stand in your power. Because I feel like this emotional burden that you were carrying previously was really hindering you from engaging with like your fullest potential. And I feel like the idea here is like the unlocking of your potential. The queen is the idea like somebody turning your head in the direction that it needs to go. And I feel like with these messages of truth and opportunity, there there's quite possibly, and Taurus, you can be on either side of the story, so take it how it resonates. I'm going to read it how it comes through. But I feel like there's an idea here of somebody who just has a lot of influence, um, over you, or in your life, who really says to you, like I almost want to say, like who says to you, like, do you understand now? I feel like there's a level of illumination that's being brought, like with this card, the direction this person's turning your head is telling you to take a look at the things that like what needs to be broken and why, what needs to be healed and why, and really I want to say freeing you up with information that allows you to move swiftly to your new beginning. Love it. Okay, Taurus, I hope this resonates with you all. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. If you're interested in booking a personal read, please click the link in the description box below. If this is where we part ways, thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye.